The Winchester Unitarian Society began about 1855 in a Sunday school run by Edwin Wadley and was revitalized in 1865 when Dr. Frederick Windsor, an earnest Unitarian, arrived in town. Under his encouragement, a society was soon founded and included such prominent local names as Curtis, Shattuck, Price, Wadley, Spur, Eyre, Whitney, Brown, Bishop, Dunbar, and Parkhurst. Services were held in Lyceum Hall, conducted by Reverend Richard Metcalf. In 1869, the congregation erected a wooden church on Main Street at the base of Mount Pleasant Street. This building was destroyed by fire in 1897. The society decided to relocate and bought the lot at the corner of Main and the Mystic Valley Parkway. This knoll, overlooking the Aberjona and the town center, was thought to be an ideal site for the stone Gothic church. The architects chosen were Perry, Dean, Hepburn, and Stewart. The style is English Gothic Revival, with stone used in the exterior wall fabric. This building resembles a stone castle with the large pointed windows featuring tracery and stained glass. Built at a cost of $40,000, the church is an accurate copy of a small English Gothic church, complete with its impressive square bell tower and battlements. Housed in the bell tower is the Downs Memorial Carillon, placed there after World War I. At the time the carillon was dedicated, a string quartet made up of members of the Boston Symphony Orchestra played at the ceremony. The bells, controlled by a regulator clock, can be rung automatically every hour and can be easily heard all over the center of town. Many of the things in and around the present church have been given to the church in memory of church members. Like the carillon bells, the 3 evergreen trees in front of the church were placed there in 1921 in memory of 3 young men who were killed in World War I. The trees are still standing and growing in memory of all those who are gone. In the sanctuary of the church is a plaque honoring the same 3 young men. The sanctuary has been the site of Sunday services and large group meetings since 1899. The room is full of gifts and memorials and dedications. Of special note are the Dwinell mint windows in the chancel and the large pipe organ which fills the room with sound on Sunday mornings. The organ was presented in 1929 by Louis Parkhurst and is cared for by a special organ fund. The sanctuary features a vaulted Gothic arch ceiling supported by reinforced crossed purlins which distribute the ceiling's weight. Each arch contains small Gothic arches called trefoils. The trefoil and cinquefoil motif is carried out in all the large rooms of the church. The sanctuary walls, arches, moldings, and pews are of a rich toned gumwood. This room, with the Sims and Alliance rooms beyond, made up the original part of the church building. Separating the main church auditorium and the Sims room behind it is an ornate partition supported by balancing weights which may be lowered to enlarge the sanctuary on special occasions. Dominating the rear wall is a very special stained glass window donated in 1922 in the memory of Miss Alice Sims, the superintendent of the Sunday school. The young people of the church raised the money for the window in her honor. It is remarkable for its intricate pictures of Unitarian history. At the bottom are some centennial memorial windows showing pictures of the original church destroyed by fire in 1897 and the new church dedicated in 1899. There are stained glass windows throughout the church. Here in the Meyer Chapel, donated in 1930, are 2 small stained glass windows in the center of either side of the chapel. They have no light source from the outside, but are highlighted by electric lights in the outside corridor. The Meyer Chapel features an arched ceiling and has the unique wall lighting showing the Art Deco influence of the 30s. The entire chapel and its furnishings were donated by the Meyer family. Just off the Meyer Chapel and linked to it by the sound system is the family room, donated at the same time as the chapel. Unique seating is found here in the form of elaborately carved ornate chairs. The family room is not the only place where ornate furniture is found. Another room maintained over the years by the ladies of the church is the Alliance Room. This room used to be the original side entrance to the church and is now a meeting room. One of the many elaborate clocks to be found in the building can be viewed as a focal point of the room. In the main entry hall is an artistic series of stained glass windows donated in memory of Dawn Kelly Bartlett, a Red Cross worker who died in Okinawa during World War II. The windows depict areas of mercy and were designed after long consultation with the man who made them and the Red Cross itself. They feature plates of the Good Samaritan, Jesus, Dorcas, a disciple of Jesus, Clara Barton, and Florence Nightingale, and are among the prize windows in the building. At the end of the hall stands another of the church's wonderful clocks, a large grandfather clock ornately carved. One of the most interesting clocks in the church is the plain regulator clock that controls the every-hour chimes in the bell tower. It contains a tape inside the clock that is programmed so the chimes are activated 4 minutes before the hour when desired. There is a switch on the inside that deactivates the chimes and must be opened when the carillon is being played. The carillon is played manually inside the tower. With its lovely stained glass windows and interesting architectural features, this Gothic building that houses the Winchester Unitarian Society is another of the architecturally and historically interesting features of Winchester.